What's going on, fam? I am Jaye the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Omarion. This is a video I actually was looking to make for the last couple of days. I now have an opportunity to get to it. And I want to really get to doing a psychological analysis of certain individuals and relationships in the public eye, because we all know that there's a lot of love for celebrities. There's celebrity worship that goes on. And celebrity relationships are the main things that people do like to hear about. And the thing with Omarion and Apryl Jones, okay? Recently, there was a video that went viral of Apryl Jones and basically having her kids with Omarion participate in a stripper pole activity. And it was actually on video. And it went viral. And there were actually people making excuses for it. Okay, there are people speaking out about it, and it heightened the fact that people feel like Apryl Jones is not a fit mother, especially by herself. I don't understand why these courts just automatically are quick to give the kids to the mother. I think that's part of the conditioning and programming that we have seen over the last 40 some odd years. You know, you give these kids to the mother and they're gonna be messed up. Now we see what this generation is because of how they were raised. They were raised in single mother households. Okay. Now we can say it's because the father wasn't there, he left the home, but that's not in every situation. I wouldn't even say that was in most situations. I think there are situations where the women clearly ran the man away, and they replaced that man with males who did not financially help the situation, who only caused more chaos and havoc to that situation. But because you had a lot of women that wanted to be for the streets, instead of do what is right and raise the kids co-parenting, if you're not going to be with the guy, at least co-parent with them, they want to do that. And it just seemed like with this custody battle that these two are locked in, you know, we're starting to see what's going on in that situation publicly. And we've all seen Apryl Jones and her bitter feelings towards Omarion. I mean, she started dating his friend, and yes, they were friends because they were in a group together. Whether they were good friends, whether they were acquaintances, they were cool with each other. Okay, she started dating Lil Fizz because she had bitter feelings towards Omarion. I truly believe that Apryl has acted the way that she has because Omarion left the relationship. Just look at her behavior. Her behavior says it all. Disparaging him publicly, dating Lil Fizz, even though she didn't want anything to do with Lil Fizz. And look how the situation ended. She ended up basically messing around with another guy, kicking him to the curb, wanting nothing to do with him. After this guy basically gave up everything, literally, to be with her. But those bitter feelings hasn't gone away. It is heightened, I believe. I believe she even spoke in an interview recently about what went wrong in the relationship and how she felt like Omarion basically wanted out of the situation. And it wasn't her, it was him. Of course, it's going to be his fault and not hers. You know, the accountability level in our society has gotten lower and lower with the modern westernized female. No matter what racial group that she's in, she tends to passes off the blame onto other people. It's everybody else's fault but hers. And with Apryl Jones's behavior, her erratic behavior, you know, her getting drunk on, you know, IG Live and just saying crazy, you know, things, it just shows you that she should not be raising young kids alone. She should not be raising those young ones by herself. There definitely needs to be at least a 50-50, but the fact that she's trying to go for primary custody when she knows that she is not the most of stable mind just shows you it's all about her bitter feelings that she has towards Omarion. Now, if you look at the fame or the attention that she gained after she first appeared on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood with Omarion, do I believe Omarion feels like that was a mistake? Yes. I think that he now believes that being on the show with her was a mistake, because once she got a taste of being on TV, getting followers, getting attention, I think it went to her head. I truly do. And it created a monster. And that's why Omarion just did not want to stay in that relationship anymore, because he realized that a monster was created and he was part of that creation. You know, I'm not saying that he is absolved of any accountability as far as the relationship goes, because I do think that it takes two people to make a relationship work. But you have to have your roles. You have to understand that I'm doing this. This is what I'm bringing into the situation. This is what this person brings, and it works for the both of us. It's mutually beneficial. We actually like each other. We're on the same wavelength. And a lot of couples nowadays don't have that. And if you give a woman some fame and attention, you're going to see who she truly is. And what you're going to see is that she's for everybody. Now, back to Lil Fizz. Lil Fizz, man, you talk about a guy who's taken a lot of L's. Not only did this guy, lose out on going on tour with B2K, Omarion, basically had to redo the tour, and he was off of it. And not only that, but he also lost a relationship with Apryl. She basically tossed this guy to the side like he was just a means to an end. And that was to make Omarion mad and jealous, which did not work. Omarion could care less, because again, he was done, and he's still done with her. And the biggest L was when he was ordered by the court to not be around Omarion's young ones, his kids, which I think is a really big L. Like, why would you mandate that? Why would that be something you go to court for? Unless it was to send a message, I don't want you in my life at all, And a lot of these guys with this simp-like mentality, they think that they're smarter than other people. They think they're gonna be able to land on their feet. Maybe he has landed on his feet. I don't know, but he took some L's, just because he wanted to be with the girlfriend of somebody who he was cool with. Y'all don't want to say that they were friends. Well, they were cool with each other. They weren't enemies, but they were cool with each other. Okay. And out of all the women that you could have dated, you date this one female who deep down was only using you to get back at him, because Omarion did not want to be in a relationship with her anymore. And that breakup exposed who Apryl Jones really is. That she's not the most of stable mind. She's a bit of an attention seeker. And that's why she is single to this day. I don't know if she's in a relationship or not. Probably not. Because there are women out here, man. They're in a relationship. They have a couple kids. They get some attention. They're attractive. They're gonna want out because they want to experience being single. There are women out here, just like I did a video about Latoya forever. I did a live stream about her. It's a woman with multiple kids, was married, but she wants to be in the single life. She wants to be a part of the single life again. She wants to see if she still got it. She wants to experience dating different guys and being in public relationships. Like, there are women who have that mentality these days. That's why it's very difficult to choose a woman to be in a relationship with these days, because you don't know where her mindset is. Now, I think Apryl has shown some signs of being a very bad mother. Maybe not all the time, but just the sample sizes that we have seen, she has not shown us a very good side of herself as a mother. This is why Omarion is seeking to get those kids, at least primary custody, I believe, because he doesn't feel like she's a good fit. And if you feel like your kid's in a situation that is detrimental to them, then you need to do everything you can to get them out of the situation. We as melanated men, we get a bad rap. People say we don't care about our kids. We don't try to be in their life. We don't try to be a part of their life. We tend to not care. I don't believe that. I think there are men out here who want to be a part of their kid's life, because the baby's mother make it very difficult because she's in her feelings and she doesn't know how to get out of her feelings. And so she takes it out on the kids as far as them being able to see the father. Now, I think that Omarion has realized he made a mistake. That's why he has tried to correct it by staying far away from Apryl, not even thinking about it, getting into a relationship with her, moving on with his career, seeking to get custody of his kids. I think that we have to look at the situation and say, you know what, Omarion is doing what he feels like is right. As a man and as a father, he feels like it's in the best interest to have them with him, which might be the case because you just never know where her mind is. You never know where her mind is. She dated this guy's ex-bandmate because she was in her feelings because he didn't want to be with her no more. Omarion didn't want to be with her no more, so she felt the need to go and date his ex-bandmate. Does that make any sense to anybody? Maybe that makes sense to her, you know. I honestly believe mental evaluations need to be given to women before they are allowed to raise anybody, you know. I think that needs to be mandated by courts. I think that needs to, in order for you to sign any type of agreement to have primary custody, you need to take psychological evaluations for the men too, but I think women more, because women, their mind is all over the place. Okay, they still want to live the single life. They have bitter feelings towards the father. And now they have these young ones they have to take care of. They have to work at the same time, might be going to school. They want to have a dating life. So you just don't know where their mind is. And they probably have issues stemming from their past. Like, I truly believe mental maybe they are being done. Who knows? But before they are allowed to sign any agreement to get any money from the father or to have primary custody, there needs to be evaluations had, because a lot of these chicks, man, they should not be raising anybody. They shouldn't even be raising a pet dog or a cat. There's just something off about them. I think there's something a little off about Apryl. Okay? I truly do. You cannot give dysfunctional behavior a pass. And unfortunately, there are people out there that are willing to give Apryl a pass. And I think that is absolutely wrong. But because she's a female, you're going to expect that, because the stigma of being, holding women accountable, especially who are single mothers, there's a big stigma, especially towards men doing that. But I think it's only right for Omarion to be more logical in the situation. So, you know what, I'm not going to mudsling. I'm not going to talk about you. I'm not going to date any of your female friends. I'm just going to handle it the legal way. And that might be the best way for him.